morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Monday, November 9th, 2015. If you want to follow us on Twitter, go to CATEX TV. Well, even now the Egyptian accident investigators are saying that it's a 90% possibility that the Airbus that crashed in the Sinai Peninsula was brought down by a bomb. According to a team member of the investigative group from Egypt, quote, "The indications and analysis so far of the sound heard on the black box indicate that it was a bomb. We're 90% certain it was in fact a bomb." The plane was being flown on autopilot at the time of the crash. It was about 23 minutes after takeoff. The Russians have now canceled all remaining flights, civilian flights, commercial flights into and out of Sharm el-Sheikh. And ISIS is claiming credit for this as retaliation for Russians' activity in Syria. If this is confirmed, it's going to be the highest terrorist profile killing since September 11th in 2001. In Myanmar, or soon to be called Burma probably, opposition leader Aung San Suu Kyi's party is claiming victory in parliamentary elections. Thousands of people were braving downpours in Rangoon earlier today in order to hear a possible speech from the democracy leader. The country's first openly contested election in decades saw an 80% voter turnout. According to estimates, Aung San Suu Kyi's party, the National League for Democracy, has obtained about 70% of the votes counted by midday today. There have been no reports of any irregularities in election results. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway Group has seen underwriting profits at its insurance operations fall to about $414 million in the third quarter from $629 million for the same period last year. The results were affected by a $130 million exposure to the port explosion in the Chinese city of Tianjin. Reinsurance subsidiary Gen Re shouldered $44 million of the loss, while Berkshire Hathaway Reinsurance took the remaining $86 million hit. In the underwriting operations, Berkshire Hathaway's reinsurance group saw written premiums almost double in the quarter, partly as a result of the new 10-year quota share arrangement with Insurance Australia Group that went live at the beginning of July. That means the unit's property and casualty top line increased from $961 million up to almost about $1.9 billion. Berkshire says that the reduction in top line underwriting volume is due to the fact that they're declining business when we believe prices are inadequate. Quote, "However, we remain prepared to write more business when more appropriate prices can be attained relative to the risks assumed." And believe me, once those prices begin to tick up, they have the capacity to write them. International specialist insurer and reinsurer Hiscox in London revealed strong growth in gross written premiums in its third quarter statement, driven mainly by expansion in the group's U.S. and London market divisions. Gross written premium jumped about 13%, up to about £1.5 billion for the first 9 months of the year. Hiscox London's GWP jumped about 17%, and the U.S. grew by 17% as well. Willis and Towers Watson have rebuffed calls from proxy firms that Towers Watson shareholders should vote no in the proposed $18 billion merger with Willis. Last week, Glass Lewis and International Shareholder Services, two big proxy firms for institutional shareholders and companies, said that Towers Watson shareholders were being offered too low a price considering the firm's strong financial results. In response, Willis CEO Dominic Casserly said, "We're disappointed with their conclusions that Towers Watson shareholders should not support the merger. We believe that this perspective neglects the estimated $4.7 billion in incremental value for shareholders we expect through clearly identified cost, tax, and revenue synergies." The vote is scheduled for November the 18th, and Willis and Towers Watson recommend that shareholders approve it. The regional parliament in Catalonia, Spain, the province of Spain where Barcelona is located, approved the plan today to set up a roadmap for independence from Spain within the next 24 months in defiance of the central government. The Spanish Prime Minister has previously vowed to take legal action against the Catalan Parliament if such a plan was approved. The Prime Minister, Mariano Rajoy, is going to speak later today. The Constitutional Court of Spain is expected to rule the law illegal quickly, but the motion that was taken in the Parliament of the province specifically orders the regional government not to pay attention to the Supreme Court of Spain. So this should be quite interesting to see how it plays out. Barcelona is the financial hub of Spain. A Canadian Pacific freight train carrying crude oil through Wisconsin derailed yesterday, knocking 13 cars off the track, spilling oil, and leading 35 homes to be evacuated. It's the state's second derailment in 2 days. No one was injured in the afternoon incident in Watertown, Wisconsin, about 50 miles east of Milwaukee. Earlier on Sunday, the Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railway Company said its crews had staunched the flow of ethanol from a freight train that had derailed on Saturday about 140 miles away in Alma, Wisconsin, after thousands of gallons of alcohol leaked into the Mississippi River. Unknown what effect that will have on the fish, but probably not a good one. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.